Hey, what's up with it, y'all? Welcome to my podcast, Cold Narratives. I'm your host, Iceberg Green. About to let y'all hear some of these cold narratives. Check it out. Hey, what's up with it, y'all? Iceberg Green in the building. So today we're gonna talk about your boy Danny Masterson, and his rated R conviction. So basically, they've been investigating this dude since 2017 in Los Angeles. So what happened in 2017 when they accused him of these allegations, he fiercely denied it. He was like in a lengthy statement saying that he had nothing to do with it and that she had been pretty much coercing to do it. And I guess they were speaking about the Church of Scientology. So this has a lot to do. There's an underlining to this. So after that, two more people came, two victims alleging that he had assaulted them and went rated R on them. So, and that's what made him counseling from Netflix. You remember he had a little show, what I think it was Ashton Kutcher. They cut him from the show. Okay, so and the agency ended up dumping him from the show on Netflix, The Ranch, and these women were basically saying he was stalking them all the way up until 2019, and he was part of that Church of Scientology, and there's a lot of big heads as part of that Church of Scientology. I think Tom Cruise, that's just one to speak of, but it's a lot of people connected with that Church of Scientology. So this guy, he spoke highly about the Church of Scientology, and they pretty much when this came about, they're saying that they didn't want people to speak against that church because of what they have been doing, allegedly. So what happened is he's pretty much going to be the fall guy for all this, and I'm pretty sure they told him, Danny, you about to take the fall for this one, brother, and you bet not give up this Scientology. You feel me? So he's about to go through it, and I want him to get the same treatment, the Netflix treatment. I want him to get the same media treatment that every other black man has gotten because of these type of convictions, even allegations. All you got to do is allege a black man did something, and he's gonna get probably a worse treatment than Danny about to get. Just to correct y'all, so for people to want to hear about, I'll say about, but he finna get it. Okay, so this is Ashton Kutcher, and he actually spoke on his relationship with Danny. And they didn't really show that. They covered the story, and it was out of there. So a lot of y'all probably haven't seen this story, but this is off Entertainment. So yeah, check this out. And this is how he feels. And watch the trickery of the words. Just watch this. Check this out.
Over 5 years after Danny Masterson's rape allegations surfaced, his former That 70s Show co-star Ashton Kutcher breaks his silence. The actor opens up to Esquire. In short, it's complicated. Kutcher wants Masterson to be found innocent of the charges brought against him, but at the same time doesn't want his friend to get off the hook. Quote, I wholesale feel for anybody who feels like they were violated in any way. In 2017, Masterson was hit with multiple sexual assault accusations, which he denied. At the time, he and Kutcher were co-stars on another sitcom, The Ranch.
What are you talking about? When you sit with your friends and you know when their sentences are about to end?
In the wake of the allegations, Netflix fired Masterson. His character Rooster written off.
So you got two choices. Either take that bag and disappear, or you could just disappear.
In 2020, he was charged with sexually assaulting 3 women between 2001 and 2003.
So Danny's defense, they actually tried, to throw out some information about that church, to the judge, and saying that it was biased, but the judge ruled that the women could testify in their feelings that the church had suppressed them. So I'm telling you, this Scientology plays a big role, and they don't want to let that out. And Danny's a fall guy right now, and Danny's wrong for what he did, and he does need to be convicted and put in prison and somewhere where he can deal with his crimes under them walls, because they're gonna make him deal with it. That's where he belong at. So after all that, this white privilege always prevail. It was a mistrial. The first time it was a mistrial, so he was pretty much it was over for him at that point. So after a few years, now we back. They filed more charges, because of the women said that he drugged them, and then assaulted them, and that's what allowed them to get back in trial and convict this dude, which they should have did in the first place. I'm gonna just tell you, the accuser, Jane Doe number 1, she said she felt she was going to die when Masterson went rated R on her. I'm just saying, no, this is one of the accused. It's just one. And this is all dating back to 2002. So it's like really serious what this church has been doing for a while. And every time you think of this Church of Scientology, y'all better think of Tom Cruise, because he's the face of it. Their ethics and all the stuff they got going on in there, man. It needs to take a deeper look. And this guy, is definitely the fall guy, and he's about to see what it, when you lose a little bit of your white privilege. He's about to go to prison where he needs to be. So what I want to see this dude on every platform, every channel, from the Caucasian Network to Fox, Hater News. I want to see him all that every day, in his life. I want a Netflix special. I'm talking about a long one, the Surviving Daddy. You feel me? So we need one of them, talking about a lengthy one. And I wonder if anybody that's cast of that 70 show going to come up and talk, actually, let's see how many of those people come together and talk down on Danny, because they was around him. So I that's the thing about white people and what they'll do is say, hey, I never seen nothing. I didn't know nothing about it. Listen, come on now. If I'm in the hood and I'm living in a household with a bunch of people and some go down, I'm going to hear about it. Even if I don't know, I'm going to hear about it, and it's going down. That's how it works. So we not about to play that game, that 70s show. Y'all know what was going on, so we want to hear what y'all got to say.
As Kutcher sees it, ultimately, I can't know. I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury, I'm not the DA, I'm not the victim, and I'm not the accused. With that in mind, Kutcher concludes, I don't have a space to comment, I just don't know. Also, in 2023, a notable absence from this reunion.
Hello, Michael.
Hey, girl. It was like super nostalgic and really odd. Like going back into the basement, like the fact that happened is insane.
Masterson's character, Hyde, was the only OG absent from Netflix's reboot That 90s Show.
Parents can watch her.
Were you not here with me in the 70s? They are not the best watchers.
With Kutcher's comments, that makes two That 70s Show cast members to speak out. The other, Topher Grace.
I'm doing an impression.
Well, you suck at impressions.
As for Kutcher's relationship with Masterson today, he tells Esquire they remain in touch, and the reason he's waited to share his reaction, he's mindful of Masterson's 8-year-old daughter, Fiona.
His daughter's like a couple months older than my daughter.
Quote, someday his child is going to read about this.
Now, this is not going to get that much media coverage, so I'm going to continue to cover this. And these became true. He got convicted for this, so these wasn't just allegations. Let's just, do the compare and contrast again. When Bill Cosby went through what he went through, and just to make a note of all this, they got Bill Cosby back in court trying to sue him again. These women are saying from 1965 now that he raped them. So it went rated R on them. So every time this type of stuff happens, you see how they throw a black man right in there along the line. So, all right, y'all, get the focus off Danny. Let's get back on Bill. We're not about to let that happen. Bill Cosby went to court. He went among a jury. He did everything possible when it comes to the court system. He fought an appeal and he won. So his convictions got overturned. He is no longer being convicted. So what they're trying to do is a grab bag. All these women are just coming up now saying, hey, he did something to me back in 1920. Forget that. He did it back in the 1700s. Fuck it. I need that. So that's what's going on right now. And what they're going to do with this guy, Danny, they're going to limit that statute of limitations. They're going to come up with some type of trick bag to where this dude don't have to face a lot of time, which he deserves. Man, they were saying that this dude would drug him, tell him to kick it with him, and then throwing him in the jacuzzi. They could have drowned. I'm just saying he was doing all type of crazy stuff. And that 70s show that everybody loved, that y'all sit in front of the TV and watch. Oh, this show is the greatest. Is he the greatest? So y'all have a good day, man, and tell me what y'all think about this dude, man, and does he deserve the same treatment as every other black man in society that has done these type of crimes or even been allegedly done these crimes? So I'm telling you, all you got to do is allege a black man did anything. He does not have to be convicted of any type of crime. All you got to do is put him on TV and say, hey, this black guy right here allegedly did this, went rated R on this woman. That's all it takes. I'm telling you, you don't see this. You ain't going to see this in the media too much. I'm telling you, you're not going to see this story in the media too much. They're going to try to sweep it under the rug. But no, I'm here to grab the broom, the dustpan, to sweep it back up and then pour it back on the floor. Because I'm sick of this trash. I'm serious. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I also want to say God bless those going through the struggle. And make sure you watch out for them cold narratives that the government trying to push on us, y'all. And to all my black people, I will be nothing without y'all. God bless you all.